How you doing, guys? Skim1206 here to do a quick review of an item that I've been waiting on for a very long time. And let's get started. Comes in this wonderful black box, and as you can tell by the name, it is from FN. It is the FNX-9. Tell you what comes inside the box. It comes with 1, 2, 3 magazines. Comes with the manual, gun lock, and a used casing. Now, I'll tell you why I've been waiting a long time for this. About a year and a half ago, I really wanted to buy a new 9mm pistol, and this particular model caught my eye. So I started to do a lot of research on YouTube because I wanted to see what everybody was saying, like you're doing now. And I saw a video done by somebody by the name of the King 425, pointing out a few flaws about this gun, which bothered me just enough to make me want to stay away. So I ended up buying other models, which I won't mention because I eventually ended up getting rid of those. And I'll tell you what he pointed out that made me stay away. Let's quickly do a safety check. Okay, empty. I'm sure you guys all know about the features of this gun. It is fully ambidextrous, ambidextrous cocker-decocker on both sides, slide lock, ambidextrous magazine release, and I'm sure you guys have seen the videos about how to field strip this thing, so I'll save you the boring details. Now, the problems that he pointed out was the first problem was with regards to the back strap. It does come with 4 interchangeable back straps. Now, in the previous model, the FNP, it used a set screw to hold the back strap in place. The FNX uses a plastic clip, and I don't know if you guys can see the little black hole, but basically you just punch a piece of metal like a paper clip in there, and when you push it in, this thing just slides right out. Problem is, it's not secure as the FNP. As you can see, there's a little bit of a wiggle. Now, on his video, the wiggle was probably 2 or 3 times larger than this. So, it seemed a little bit of a nuisance, but well, as you can see, I mean, they must have addressed the problem somewhat, because there is a slight wiggle, but not as bad as what he noted. That was problem number 1, which it looks like they've addressed. Problem number 2 was a slightly larger problem, and that definitely made me stay away from buying this, and it was with regards to the magazine and how it locked into the gun. On his video, he basically pushed it up and it would just fall right out of place. Fall right out. What he had to do was he had to push it up and push it forward in order for it to lock. Now, as you can see, it looks like they've addressed the problem. It just stays right in place. Even with the loaded magazine, no such problems. Just push it up and it locks right away. So aside from those two, it looks like they definitely addressed the problem. In my opinion, for the price, this is quite possibly, well, in my opinion, the most perfect 9mm pistol you can buy. Almost reminiscent of the HK or the SIGs, which typically costs about $200 to $300 more than this. And then, well, I'm sure you guys can see here, I did my paint job too. I used white nail polish as opposed to using crayon, because I'm still not convinced that crayon can hold up to the heat. Now, as far as accuracy, I've heard people talking about the gun and the accuracy, and on the day that I picked it up, I took it to the range right away, and I went through 3 boxes of these, or 150 rounds. WPA Classic, made in Russia. Picked these up, about 1,000 of them, at a gun show for what amounted to about $8 per box, and it looks kind of like your Uplula rounds, steel casing. Now, I was expecting maybe, a few jams, thinking that, you know, these are so cheap that, you know, but if I had maybe, you know, if I had like 2 or 3 jams, I would, you know, attribute it to the quality of these rounds. But went through 3 boxes of these things and not a single jam occurred. So I think that speaks volumes about the quality of this pistol. And I originally threw this away, but I wanted to show it to you guys. Now, I'm not in law enforcement. You know, at best I would say I'm an average shooter. But this was done from a distance of about 30 feet. Not bad for, you know, for a guy who goes like once every 2 or 3 months, grouping of about 2 inches apart, you know, from about 30 feet distance. Yeah, just thought I wanted to show it to you. Now, one other accessory that I picked up, and I don't know if you guys can see this. If you're gonna own a high capacity semi-automatic, this is something that you must have. This is called the Uplula magazine loader. Just to show you how it works, let me take out these 2 rounds. Now I try to load this up by hand, and I couldn't get past 15. I mean, it was just the spring tension got to be so tight, especially because it was a brand new magazine, that, you know, once I got to about 15, 16, I really had to labor just to get it in there. My fingers were getting raw, but this solves that problem. Now, it is recommended that you put the first round in by hand, because from what I'm hearing is that this piece right here has a tendency to rip right into your plastic follower. So you put the first round in by hand, put this little gizmo on top, and then you just squeeze it like this, push it down, and then you put the next round in like that, and then you're ready for the next one. I was able to load the entire 17 to full capacity in less than a minute, which is really a handy tool to have if you're, you know, in a range or trying to reload. So yeah, I think this is a great gizmo to have. Extremely satisfied with the pistol. Highly recommend it to anyone. Let me bring it back in view. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.